Hi everybody, I'm John Lincoln with Ignite Visibility, and today I'm going to teach you how to solve the problem where you are trying to squeeze as much as you can out of a market with limited demand. I see this all the time. At Ignite Visibility, we work with a lot of companies that have local businesses, a lot of event companies, e-commerce companies. But one thing I see that's in common with all of these is a location-based targeting approach where they're trying to find the highest valued customer in the real world. And you can't always find that person if the demand is not there in a market. This is going to be a really great class. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Okay, so for the purposes of this exercise, we're going to be looking at two markets, Market 1 and Market 2. Then we're going to be discussing demand versus awareness tactics, and we should be able to walk away from this with a really good understanding of how we should be approaching specific markets based off of how many customers are actually looking for this product or service there, or how we could pivot if we're not in a good situation. So first, let's take a look at market number 1. So market number 1, it only has 50 searches a month in this market. These are people who are doing searches in a traditional search engine like Google. There are 4 competitors in the market, so there is some competition. They need to hit $30,000 a month in more revenue for that market. That could be a local business that's trying to sell more. That could be an individual product that you're trying to sell more to that market. That could be an events company that wants to get tickets in that market. It does not matter. It's all the same type of concept. Now, in addition to that, they need 50 leads a month in order to have a 20% close rate on those leads to get 10 new customers. It's $3,000 lifetime value for a new customer, so that gets us to that $30,000 a month. Now, think about it from this perspective, okay? So if you're in this market, you would need 100% of those searches, of those 50 searches, to turn into a qualified lead. You need 100% of the market. You would need all the searches to come to your website, and you've got 4 competitors, right? You would then need all of those 50 searches to turn into qualified leads, and you would need 100% close rate in order to have a demand-based program. When I say a demand-based program, I mean maybe you're just running Google search ads, for example, right? Maybe you're just doing SEO for a couple top keywords where people are searching and coming in. That's a demand-based program. Now, that's a problem, right? Because you can't have everything in the market. There's other people who are bidding on this auction, and not everybody's going to turn into a qualified customer, and you're not going to close all of them. So in this situation, you need to create awareness. Now, what's so important is that you identify this. You identify this before you even put in place your marketing program. Otherwise, you could just be trying to spend more and more money on Google search. Up the budget, $10,000, $20,000 a month. You can't spend it. So you need to create awareness. So if you had a 10% conversion rate, you would need actually 500 visitors a month in order to make this model work, right? So it's impossible with these tactics to make this work. So you need to create awareness. Now, before I kind of talk about how we can do something like that, let's take a look at a demand-based market, okay? So this is market number 2. There's 5,000 searches a month in this market. There's 4 competitors in the market, so there's a little bit of competition. This same business needs $30,000 a month in new revenue to be coming in. If we still assume 50 leads a month, 20% close rate, 10 new customers, and a $3,000 lifetime value, you still need 500 searches a month, you still need a 10% conversion rate, you still need a 20% close rate, and you still need 10 new customers a month that are $3,000 customers to get to this. But the big difference is you only need 1% of the demand to come in order to do that, to get to these 500 new visitors that you need, right? It's the same model. 500 new visitors. So in this case, you can have a demand-based program. You can be running search ads. You can be trying to get more impression share. You can be trying to get a higher click-through rate. In this market, you can have a search market. This is a great one for SEO. This is a great one if they have local service ads in the market. This is a great one in general for search. Now, it's really important when we think about markets, we think about it in this way. Now let's talk about the next step. Demand versus awareness. When you look at a market, is this a demand or is this an awareness market? Very easy to figure that out. All you do is look at the amount of demand in the market. How many people are searching around the products and services that are important for this market to succeed? After you figure that out, how much competition is there? Is there one competitor? Is there 20 competitors, right? If you were in this market, market number 2, there's 5,000 searches a month, but there's 50 competitors in the area, that might change things a little bit just based off of supply and demand. The next thing that a lot of people skip is offers. Even if you're in awareness or demand, does it really matter if the competitor has a significantly better offer than you? Really, if the offer's better and they're getting plenty of awareness and that's getting in front of everybody, then the customer is going to pick the better offer. So I just bring that up because it's so important every single month to see everything the competition's advertising and make sure you're doing the same thing. And then my last point here before we get into demand versus awareness tactics is zip codes. Making sure you know the best zip codes to advertise to. You don't want to be 100 miles away from a market you're trying to target. Generally, it's 20 to 50. Depends if it's rural or if it's a really, big metropolitan area. But you want to know the top zip codes specifically that you want to target that are going to be good markets for you, whether it's demand or awareness. Let's talk about demand versus awareness tactics. So if we decide we're in market 1 or number 2, we know what to do. So demand, Google ads, Google search ads. Now, don't forget, Google also has plenty of awareness options. I'll get into that next. But Google search ads, local service ads, if you're a local business and you're in that category, right? Obviously, not everybody is, but those are demand-based, right? You can only run so much there. Also, search engine optimization. If you're just going after top keywords and there's limited search and you're not expanding, you're not doing more content marketing, you're not going more upper funnel, you're not going after those big chunky terms, those questions all around the industry, you're going to only be in a demand area and you are really stuck with demand in general in SEO, but you can expand more and more and more if you're creating more content and more optimizations. Now, even Angie, Yelp, third-party directory websites, they're really demand-based generally. If you're advertising in a certain category, there's only so many people that are searching that are within the platform or within Google or other search engines and coming into the platform. Those are based off of the size of the market. Now, some of these will give you the option to advertise awareness within their platform as well through other methods so you can expand, but you want to make sure that that traffic's quality. So this is the demand side. If you need to expand and if you need awareness, these are some things that you are definitely going to want to consider. First one, linear TV, traditional TV, as well as radio. Next thing, connected TV, right? That's advertising through a demand-side platform so that you can get on people's TVs within their home. Now, keep in mind, if you've got some good first-party data, some zip codes, this has come a long way with CTV and programmatic. So now we can target people based off of where they are very granularly with an offer. And that's really what you want to do. You want to pivot that strategy into an awareness play with a great offer. What's that great offer that you want everybody in the area to know that you're offering so that they don't even do a search? Because when they're looking for your product and service, they've already seen your offer. Your offer's in their mind. They're like, I need X, Y, and Z, or I'm going to be doing X, Y, and Z. So who cares about doing a search? I'm just going to go straight to the website and buy that thing you're advertising because it's so fantastic. And that's what good marketing is, right? Meta, zip code based, offer, meta advertising, Instagram, Facebook. Really that platform is so big now and basically everybody's on it, as well as TikTok. Google, now YouTube, fantastic for awareness. There's also Performance Max. There's also the Google Display Network. There's also things like Discovery, right? So the Google network really does expand significantly. Email lists and SMS, sending out blasts around the offers that you have, direct mail, still a fantastic way to get awareness out. If you're in a rural area or if you're doing a local event in a certain area, direct mail, this comes into somebody's home, you open it up, you see it in your hand, you make a decision. Do I care about this or not? Direct mail, still a great thing to do. And then of course, billboards. So I encourage you, everybody, the reason that I want to make this short class is because I want to see you succeed in your digital marketing. I don't care if you're an e-commerce company. I don't care if you're a local business. I don't care if you're an events company. I don't care what type of model you have. Listen to me just for a moment, okay? Your customer online is your same customer in the real world, right? Zip codes matter. Location matters in the real world. The supply and demand matters significantly in the real world. You need to make sure that the demand is actually there. And if it's not, and you really need to sell something in a certain area, you need to create awareness. And you need to create awareness for the areas that are there and adjacent to the area that you need to sell your product or your service. So when you're putting together your next marketing campaign, don't forget to look at supply and demand in all of your forecasting, media mix modeling. It is so important. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you like it, give me a like, give me a comment. I always appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.